They say that journeys begin with the first step, and we've taken some of those first steps. We have a lot of what we need. We don't want to just dive into Final Cut Pro, although in a project like this, dealing with a program that is non-destructive, non-linear editing, why not? But let me give you some advice on organizing a project that will work with something like this, and it will also work with, say, a 2.5-hour main production movie. Doesn't matter. Organization. We're going to be building the WEC project. Don't forget, technical information is about to be disseminated. Stay alert at all times. Let's start with resources. Now, in resources, basically, we have Final Cut Pro. We know that. We made an event called Main Media. We loaded our videos from our friends at digitaljuice.com. We have now audio, just one. We'll have more. And we have a project, the WEC Energy Spot. We're ready to go. Direction is what we need. Now, we do have direction already. We know it's going to be a 60 to 90 second spot. Now, I'm still not totally committed to the 90 seconds. That's a long time for a commercial or a spot. We may amend that as we work. It's going to be aired on public television. In the United States, you can get cooking shows and gardening shows and all kinds of stuff and a lot of public information. We have, and I think this is a complete mistake on their part, we have complete autonomy on the first draft. I think they're making a mistake giving us control, but they did. Doesn't mean they're going to approve it, but we have complete autonomy. It's going to tell the story of our use of resources in 6 one-hour episodes, one per week. Our job is to get people there. That's what the spot is going to do. So that's our direction. Our resources, well, what I've done here is I've categorized them and I've given them times. So our aggregate time here is 161 seconds. Now we need 90 seconds. So I call this my wiggle room of additional information of 71 seconds to spare. Now what I didn't do over on the left is include this one. 1 minute and 41 seconds. That's that counter, the world clock. I'm thinking of overlaying that over the entire video. Now since it's an overlay and not a main sequence, it doesn't really count in our aggregate time, but we still have plenty to work with. Now the goals? The goal is AIDA. You may have heard that before. This is not for Final Cut Pro. This is for communication. If you can perform AIDA on just about anything you communicate, you will be successful. And it stands for attention. We have, believe it or not, 3 to 5 seconds to get your attention when a commercial comes on. That is it. If I don't get you in those 3 to 5 seconds, you are going to wander, and there's no telling where you're going to wind up. I stands for interest. Now, the way I work, I develop interest through curiosity because we are curious beings. So once I've got you, I still got to keep you, and I start doing things that make you curious. Why is that? I think I'm going to wait here. I'm going to look at this a little bit longer because I'm curious. We're curious beings. Develop desire. I got to watch this show. This is fantastic. I have to watch it, desire. And then finally, action. And what's that? Well, if they don't know where to go, if they don't know the channel, how are they going to get there? So at the end, we have to put in their public station so-and-so, 6 o'clock every Monday night for 6 weeks, whatever. We'll deal with that when we get to it. Now, the whole process here, if you don't do it, that's where you're going to send me. I will wander off. How many have ever stared at the refrigerator knowing full well that you know everything that's in there and you're waiting for the commercial to end? Not if we perform AIDA. Now, there's one more thing here. A really, really old expression. You can lead a horse to water. Can you finish that? But you can't make him drink. There's my little graphic there to illustrate that. Let me update that for our present time. You can lead a viewer to the television, but you can't make them watch. Oh, yes, I can. If I perform AIDA, and I will be using really cool imagery, our movies. Color. Color is a tremendous motivator. Red is an energy color, for example. Blue is a calming color. You take somebody and put them into a room that's predominantly red in color, their heart rate will increase and their blood pressure will go up. We can use color to elicit emotion for desire. Audio. Well, we only have one audio right now, but we're going to get more. And finally, the one I love to use, silence. Ever hear the expression silence is deafening? It really is, because we're inundated every day by sounds and colors and imagery. These people know how to push our buttons. But sometimes if you just shut it all down, and I'm thinking of using silence on the front end to draw their curiosity. We'll see how that works. Well, that's about it. We're building the WEC project. We're using techniques that you could use, like I said, in a 2.5-hour movie production. Doesn't matter how big or small the project is, success is our goal. Our goal is a handoff. We hand off the project by getting the viewers to the television set, and that's when our job is done. And it's up to the director of the 6-hour series to keep people there. No longer our problem. But let's move on.